Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial, and I'm gonna do stars. So you've probably seen animated movies where you see the character faint and you have these stars going around the head, and that's what we're gonna do. So when you look on the screen you see stars, and it's actually from a game that I'm doing at the moment, and when you crash you see you get stars because you fainted until you wake up again. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make stars, and I have this scene here. And as you can see, this is what we're going to do. And yeah, stars. I'm not going to do the system when you faint and that kind of stuff. But I'm going to show you totally in VFX how you do it. We're going to do the star really quick in Houdini. So, but you can do it in another tutorial, the program as well, of course. So let's get started. And first off, we're going to start in an empty scene. And I have that one here. And we can say that one. Let's see. Why is it like that? Okay, show me default. Well, okay. It's not supposed to be, well, just a minute. Yes, okay, we have an empty scene here, and yeah, it's nothing. So we're gonna add a VFX to this head. The first thing we're gonna go into is Houdini, and we're gonna make the star here. And first off, I'm just gonna save my Houdini file here. So everything's, yeah, saves up here. So I do that, and I have the correct location and name, so accept. Now I have it here, so that's great. And here we're gonna make a geometry node. And in here, we're gonna do a star. And we have this lab star. And here you can see it standing up. And we want it to be facing in the Z forward direction. Because whenever we do this effect later, we want, so you see the stars is kind of going around like this. They are not pointing outwards. And to make it easy for ourselves, we're just gonna have the star pointing in the direction it's gonna rotate. So you can only change this later, of course. So we want it in forward. So this is the Z, the blue Z direction. And yeah, that's nice. And so if we look into this one here, we can see the points. And I want to do a little bit thickness to it. So I'm just going to do a sub divide. And when I do it once, you see we have a point in the middle and some more. So then I'm just going to use the peak node. And the peak node, I'm going to group type to points, and I'm going to select the middle point. And then I'm just going to extrude it. So now we can have this kind of thickness. Actually, I want the star to be as big as a box. So if we have a box here, you see it's big because I want it to be 1 by 1 in unit. So here I'm going to do radius to 0.25 and 0.5 here. So now you can see that the star is yeah, inside 1 unit. So that's nice. So I have that one here, and then I'm just gonna fix a little bit here. So I guess this can be a really okay thickness. Then I just do the mirror like this, and I want to do that one in the Z direction. No, actually I was right about it. It should be in this direction. So now I have thickness, and then by having this consolidate seams, we have it merged. So 22 points, but if we remove it, we have 42 points. So we mirror and we kind of merge it. So we don't need a merge. We don't need to add a fuse node for this. So then I want to have a normal, and I'm just gonna, there are different ways of doing this. So if you look here, if you do points, now you can see this normal here is, they are normalized, and so it's actually a smooth star. But So that's kind of a preference how you want it. And if you change it to vertices, now you have these hard edges if you want that. But I'm actually gonna go for a more softish like this. I like that. Nice. And then I'm just gonna have a wrangler, and so I'm gonna set mesh name, and I'm gonna do that on the primitives, and here I'm gonna do the name is equal to mesh name. And the reason I just want the mesh to be in a good star mesh, I just wanted to have a good name. So by doing that, now the primitives have star mesh. And here we do transform because we need to take care of the unit difference in Unity and Houdini. So Unity wanted 100 times bigger. So now we have that in order, and then we have the FBX export, and we're gonna just do star for that one, star. And here, if we press this one and do name, then we fetch, and we will have the name here as we put on the primitives. So by just saving this one now, we have the star here, and this is the star that we made. And of course you can do your, yeah, okay. So you see it's look a little bit weird, and we can fix this by do triangulate. And if we add it here somewhere, you see now we triangulate it, because you can actually see that these it always export in triangulate shapes. And now if you let some other process in the pipeline calculate it, it might doing it in a different fashion. So, but now we do the lines here. So the other one made it like, yeah, not as we wanted. But okay, so this sorts that stuff out. And if we just save it one more time and go back, and now you see the shapes is better. So I like this shape. We're just gonna have material for this one, shader graph, and we're gonna have an unlit. Sorry. So we're gonna have a star like that. So if we open this one up, first off in graph settings, do the support VFX graph. And then we're gonna have a color. So we do color here. And I'm gonna make sure that this one is HDR. Did I do unlit? Unlit. Yeah, okay. We're not supposed to have unlit. So we change it to lit. That's what I want. I want it to be lit, because it will give a little bit of shadows. So okay, so we have the color here, and I'm just gonna set it to like yellowish, a little bit intensity like this, and do save. And now in the scene, if we just add this material, you see we have this shiny, nice thing here. And let's see. Actually, are we in the correct scene? We are not in the correct scene, because I see the stars here. So, but if we check them out, you see they are a little bit shadow in the bottom. So that's nice. That's why I want it lit. All right, so we have the star, and let's stop the tutorial here. And in the next one, we're gonna start doing the VFX setup in Visual FX Graph.